reminds me of my dad, like resemblance, uh, traits, like just everything. But the fact that he's a mortgage broker, he's not a garbage man. He's a
Hmm.
professional. He's not a blue collar worker, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that in the least bit.
Yeah,
But I
I
think
got
this
you.
is a divergent from the typical James Evans, and he's not a doctor like the Cosby Show and things of that ilk.
Heathcliff
Yeah,
Huxtable, right? Yeah.
like he is just a guy who is doing just enough to get by. He owns his own business and he's a pillar in the community. Um, the fact that he is a very calming influence, you don't see him, ranting and raving. He does uh, very strategic things that gets his point across, but he's a calming influence. Whereas they're living in the midst of chaos. They have,
Hmm.
I mean, the opening scene when Trey comes down is, "Hey, do you want to see a dead body?" Like
Yep.
it's like the anti or the reverse of Stand By Me. Like, yeah, they're going to go
Yeah.
see a dead body, but it's not under the same circumstances whatsoever. It kind of reminds me of this meme where they talk about like the 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 slang of black people is the opposite of white people, where it's just like, is it hot? Nah, it's cold.
Yeah.
Things of that
Yeah.
nature. But nonetheless,
Yeah.
I definitely think that the trauma that is throughout this movie is very poignant, and it's not for the sake of just having violence or showing a dead body, but it's driving home the point that these individuals have found some type of normalcy amidst things that otherwise
Mm,
would bring someone to their breaking point and maybe even past it.
yeah. That the normalcy part, that's the real danger of being in a continuously traumatic environment,
Yeah.
is that you adjust to it and it starts to not seem as crazy as it actually is.